that Axiom Interns are developing white label applications for healthcare, travel, governments, real estate, and many more. So, in earlier sessions, only one group was able to give us the presentations on this dashboard development. In today's sessions, the other groups were able to give us the demonstrations, presentations on how they are managing their development by following the user stories, the the front end development, designing, right, and the database structure, and how they develop the API, and integrating everything together for the full stack development for developing the dashboard. They'll be identifying various users. As an admin, there is a super user who can able to create the users, internal users, external users. They'll be developing a systems privilege based access mechanism, right? So as per the users created and the privileges allocated by the administrator, the respective users can be able to log into the systems and navigate through the entire applications. And that navigational interface is called as dashboard. So agenda is to present everything right from the user stories they are working on, how they take care of the designs, front end development, and entire full stack developmental approach, right from the API development to API integration, and how they are justifying the user stories for producing the various dashboard. That is the agenda. I'm handing over these sessions to Axiom Central's team so that they can start the presentations on administrative dashboard, the full stack developmental approach. Over to team Axiom Central.
Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to present our project Urban Next Plan. It is a full stack web application development for a property management, property listening, and a customer integration. The main object of this project is to provide a secure, scalable, and user-friendly platform where user can easily but sell or manage property. We use modern technology such as React.js for the front end, Node.js, and Express.js for the backend. MySQL for a database management and REST APIs for a communication between the front end and the backend. This project follow industrial standards and provide a responsive experience of our on different devices. Development roadmap. These slides show the complete development process of our project. We started with a requirement analysis to understand the project goal and the user need. After that, we designed the user interface and the user experience. Next, we develop the front end and the back end separately. Then we create and integrate the database with the application. We develop REST API to connect it the front end and the back end. After API integration, we tested the entire application to remove bias and ensure smooth performance. Finally, we developed the project so that it can be accessed by users. UI UX design. In this phase, we design all the important screens of the application. This included the landing page, login, and a sign-in page, property listening page, property detail page, admin dashboard, user dashboard, add or edit property page, and a profile management. We also design both a desktop and a mobile responsive layout to ensure a better user experience before creating the final design. We prepare use flow and a wireframe to understand how user will interact with the application. Front-end development. The front-end of our project was developed using React.js along with the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. React.js help us create reusable components which reduce duplicate code and improve maintainability. We use React Router for a page navigation and Access for a connecting with the backend API. Our interface is fully responsive, so user can access the application smoothly on both desktop and mobile devices. Front-end architecture. This slide explains the architecture of the front-end. We follow a clean architecture where the application is divided into reusable components. The approaches make the code easier to understand, maintain, and update. It is improves scalability because new feature can be added without affecting existing function. Overall, this architecture helps in creating a well-organized and effective application. Database design. In our project, we use MySQL as the database. The database is designed using a normalized structure to reduce data duplicate and improve efficiency. We use primary key to unique key, identify record, and a origin key to establish relationship between tablets. Optimize require help to retrieve data quickly, while secure data storage ensure the safety and integrate of a user information. Backend development. The backend was developed using Node.js and Express.js. It is responsible for handling authentication, business logic, CRUD operation, request validation, error handling, and communication with the database. The backend process user request, perform the required operation, and send response back to the frontend through the REST API. This ensures smooth and secure functioning of the application. Database integration. This slide explains how the application communicates with the database. The implementation CRUD operation which stand for created, read, update, and delete. This operation allow using a administrator to manage property record efficiently. The integration provides fast query execution, secure transaction, and a reliable database for ensure smooth data management throughout the application. REST API development. We develop REST APIs for a different module of the application. These included login AI, sign off API, authentication API, add a property API, view property API, update property API, delete property API, and dashboard APIs. REST API acts as a bridge between the front end and backend. They allow data to be changed secure and efficiently, ensure that user receive update information in a real time. API integration. After developing the APIs, we integrated them with the front end. The front end send a request to the backend through REST APIs, and the backend return response in a JSON format. These responses are disabled dynamically on the user interface. This integration ensures smooth communication between the front-end, back-end database, providing a seamless user experience. API testing. To ensure the quality of APIs, we tested them using Postman and Swagger. We verify API response, status code, authentication, CRD operation, and error handling. Testing helped users identify and fix before deployment. As a result, all APIs work correctly and reliable in the final application. Secure authentication. Secure is an important part of any web application. In our project, we implemented JWT authentication to verify user identity and Bygraph encrypt to secure store password. We also use protect root so that only authorized user can access specific pages. Role-based access control, input validation, and secure API communication further to the improve the secure of the application, and protect user data. Implementation development. This slide explains the final implementation and the deployment process. We successfully integrated all the modules, including logging, sign up, authentication, property management, and the dashboard. After integration, we configure the front end, back end, database, environment variable, and the service setting. Finally, we perform validation to ensure everything works correctly before developing the application to the product environment. Project highlights. These are the key highlights of our project. It is a responsive web application with a separated admin and a user dashboard. It provides secure authentication, efficient property management, REST API architecture, and a MySQL database integration. The application is a mobile, responsive, scalable, and optimize the better performance. This feature makes the project reliable, user-friendly, and suitable for real-world use. Conclusion. To conclude, Urban Nest Reality is a complete full-stack real estate application. It combines a React.js frontend, Node.js, and Express.js backend, MySQL database, and a REST API to provide a secure and efficiently platform for property management. The project follows industrial standard development, practical and focus on scalable, maintainability, security, and performance. Thank you for your attention. I would like to hand over to my teammate for the practical demonstration.
Now, Urban Nest Reality is a real estate project which offers variety of the features to its user, admin, and customers. So, for getting that, we need to first understand that every component must align properly according to it. Also, it must serve its purpose so that user could use it properly. Also, since it is a white label platform, so we have intent to so that variety of customers could use this kind of platforms. So as you all can see, here is our traditional structure, of course designed by Figma, because Figma is one of the tools which is used in UX UI industry. So for now, you are seeing a temporary layout for the website, which you can see in Figma. It represents variety of the custom elements which customer use in day-to-day life into the real estate project. Like there are certain elements you can see. There are options like buy, sell, rent, plots, and PG and cooling. So these are the sections which variety of the real estate website offers. Also, you can see the features of blogs, pricing, login, in and sign up kind of features. So here you can see variety of the things like for research we are offering calculators. For investors perspective we are offering price trends and city trends. Also talking for the USP, we offer ad sections for the local vendors so that they could also participate into this kind of things. Now here are certain surveys which are included so that whomsoever is planning to buy invest into real estate, they can get a clear guidance that what they should be looking at. Also, there is a customer feedback section. So customer feedback section is very important so that people could understand what others think of that. So here is the generalized structure via Figma. So it offers variety of the features. And of course, here is calculators like I mentioned, whomsoever want to invest who can calculate into the future terms. So that plays a very important role. Also, it is connected to the prototyping. So you can see that how it functions into the real life. Like you can see, it does not represent the original website, but yeah, when you click here, there's a beautiful squirrel test. Also, when you click couple of sections, you can see here rent section is functional, sell section is functional. So that's for the Figma section. Now my another teammate will explain you about how we have integrated the API into the further parts of the website.
Good morning everyone. I am going to demonstrate our project Urban Nest Reality. This project is complete real estate management system where different users like admin, employee and user can securely access to system according to the roles. Now I start the explaining the backend architecture. Then I'll demonstrate the API using Postman and finally show you a front-end communication with the backend. This is our backend project structure. We have organized the project into separate folders to make the code clean, scalable, and easy to maintain. First, we have the config folder. Inside the folder, there is a db.js file. This file establishes the connection between our Node.js application and the MySQL database. So whenever the server starts, the database connection is initialized from these files. Next is a controllers folder. This is where all the business logic is written. Instead of writing everything in one file, we separated the logic based on functionality. Auth control.js, this controls manages sign up and login. It validates users' data, encrypt passwords using bycrypt and generation JWT tokens after the successfully login. Admin control.js, this control contains all admin related operations. For example, admin dashboard, admin profile and profile update. Next, open employee.control.js file. This controller handles employees dashboard operations. Then user control.js. This controller manages user dashboard and user related functionalities. Then property control.js. This controller handles complete property management. It performs CRUD operations, which means add, read, update, and delete properties. Next is the middleware folder. Middleware is responsible for application security. Auth middleware.js. This middleware verifies the JWT token. If the token is valid, the request moves the next step. If the token is valid, access is denied. Role middleware.js. This middleware checks the user role. For example, only admin users can access admin APIs. If a normal user tries to access admin APIs, system is access denied, access forbidden. Routes folders. The route folders contains all APIs endpoints. When request is received, the route folders is appropriate controller. This keeps the application modular and easy to manage. Then Swagger folders. This folder contains Swagger configuration. Swagger provides API documentation, making it easier for developers to understand and test APIs. Then env file. The env file stores sensitive data information like database credential and JWT secret. This improves security because confidential information is not written directly in the source code. Then package.json, the file contains project information and all installed dependency such as Express, MySQL, bcrypt, JWT and Swagger it also defines. Then server.js is the entry point of the backend. It initializes Express, connects middleware, register routes and starts the server. Now I start the backend server. npm rundev and you can see the server is successfully running on the port 5000. Now let's test the backend API using Postman. First I register a new sign up, post auth API auth sign up. I will provide the register details and click send. As you can see the user been successfully registered in the database. Next I log in with the registered account with the help of API auth login API. As you can see the dashboard is successfully accessible. This confirms that JWT token that role-based authorize are working correctly. Now copy the generated token and use the barrier token in a API user dashboard as and paste the JWT token. As you can see, the dashboard is successfully accessible. Here are also same process like user host API or sign up. I will provide the required details and click send, and a user has been successfully registered in the database. Then next login with the register account. Click the send button and JW token here. Copy the JW token and admin dashboard successfully accessible. This confirms that JWT token authentication and role-based authorize are working correctly. Now add a new property from a given JWT token. Paste here and click send button. As you can see, property added successfully. Then next property, all property, get all property API. Given JWT token, paste here, click send button, generated property data is here. Now second, get property by two. Then same next, copy the JWT token, send button. Then property is here one. Then next, update the property. Copy given the JWT token, paste here, click the send button. Then property updated successfully. And finally, I deleted the property, delete API property. Then property deleted had been successfully. Now let's move the front end. Our front end is developed using React. The front end communication with the backend APIs that I just demonstrated. First, assets. This folder stores images, icon, and other static resources used in the application. This component folders. This folder contains reusable UI components. For example, navbar, footer, cards, and other common interface elements. Using reusable components helps reduce duplicate code. Context folder. Then go to context folder. This folder manages global application states. We use context to maintain login information across the application. Then go the data folders. This folder stores static data used by the application. For example, city data, property details, and frequently asked questions. Then go hooks folder. This folder contains custom React hooks. These hooks simplify reusable application logic with the help of use auth.js file. The and pages folder. This folder contains all application screens. For example, login, sign up, dashboard, and property pages, home, login, and buy it's also. And then go to the routes folder. This folder manages application routing. It also contains protected routes which prevent unauthorized users can accessing restricted pages. Services. This services folder responses for the API communication. For example, auth service.js, dashboard service.js, and user service.js. This services file sends HTTP requests to our backend. And utils. This folder contains utility functions. For example, token manages the helper functions. And next is a API.js file. This is the main application components. It loads all pages routes. And the main.jsx file, this is the entry point of the React application. It renders the complete front end and now I will run the front end application. Npm run dev. As you can see, the application is running successfully in the URL. And then thank you for your attention. Now I would like to hand over to my teammate for the practical demonstration.
So guys, as you all know that backend role plays an important part into the functionality of website. But if you are from the non-tech background or doesn't understand backend, so it is a possibility that you have variety of the doubt, including what's it for me. So we got you covered. Now we are focusing on three dashboards which offers variety of the features. Now first things comes with the admin. Like basically admin is the core part of the platform. It might be you if you invest into our white label platform. So definitely here you got variety, we got variety of the things covered. Like you all can see here are KPI cards which represent bulk data. Also here another KPI cards which show variety of the things. And as you all can see here revenue model is mentioned, new sign up is mentioned. And also you can see the customer plot that what customers you are thinking. Now I will go to the activity log and you can see here a variety of the people who are interacting with the websites. Like here are a couple of employees you can see the some are login events have been also mentioned. So you can monitor their time invested into your work. Also we have added the inbound leads manually just in case some customer is feeling problem into the manual signing. So we got you covered. Now we'll go to the section of total property. Here are a couple of properties just in case if you find that some listing is not proper and some listing is creating problem for you, so you can just remove it or you can restrict it, I think. Now we'll go to the visitor analysis. Like you all can see in the website our accept or reject model is there. So this thing represents the cookie data, or you can see visitor analysis data. And here is our visitor analysis data. So you can track the visitors because real estate is one of the heavy platforms who offers variety of the features. So some customers just opt for now and some customer can opt for later. So visitor analysis helps you there. Now you can see the feature of heat maps. Now heat maps is the thing which offers that what's trending going on, what are the customers into higher interest. So you could just focus on there and you could focus what the majority wants that will definitely help you in increasing high revenue. And here are a couple of things which you all can see. Now we'll go to the user management sections where you can see our customer data is here. Now here are a couple of users you can see, like along with that you can see here admin, then buyer, then employee. Like the customer consists of variety. So we got many of the cover. Now you will see the role management concept. Like you all can see, the admin should have access for the variety of the terms, including the employer. Like basically what right should employee have, what right should employee must restrict, because there could be possibility that problems could be created. To avoid that, admin has supreme privileges over the employers. Referring that, I have also, so let me cover this kind of things. Like there are super admin module, then manager is there, then viewer is there. Also, there are certain rights for some people. Like you can just gain access to all, or just in case if you think something is going not properly, so you can review the access. Now we'll go to the report sections. So as you all can see, here reports is also referring couple type of data that what trends is been rising nowadays. And also here's custom CSV data. Just in case if you find the data from someone or you want to bulk insert the data, so we got you covered. Now we got the setting data. Now, basically, we offer white label solutions. So it is a utter possibility that you might want to change your logo, appearance, and name, brand name in future. So we also keep in mind that we are giving you the option. Like you can see here, you upload the logo. Here you can change the name. So that's from the admin perspective. Now we'll go and see in the terms of employer. Now, employers also have variety of the features. Now, employee lies between the admin and customer, who will manage variety of the things, including customers' data. So, as I already mentioned here, KPI cards. Then some customer, then then some data needs clear judgment. So here you can see the demand for buy apartment, rent residence, and commercial plot is high nowadays, and sell property. So there are customers or you can say there are very few customers who want to sell the property for now. This data is definitely very important into the terms of understanding what customers want in bulk. Now we'll see the section of property verification. Now just because someone is posting his property detail doesn't mean that property is in proper function and could be listed to other customers. So that's why we got you verification batch. It will help you that who are the genuine property, and customer will also trust. Also here are site visits, because we're seeing property on online just not enough. Some people want to visit the property. So for them, site visit is assisted. Now here document verification, because real estate is very high volume platform. So some people want to verify the documents. So this will definitely help the platform to verify authenticity of the properties whomsoever been listed. Now support tickets. Now you need to understand that better than better website can often face variety of the problems. So we have certain kind of things where customer could raise their issue, like you all can see. One customer is facing that Aadhaar card photo uploading problem. Then another one is want to reschedule his Sunday appointment. So you could just rewrite those. So here KPI cards which suggest role specific data, like you can all see here accuracy score. Now you can see Wardha Road, Besa and Sithabadi is possessing higher demands. So their property rates have been high. Now here we can see task query. Like here are a couple of task queries that needed to be sorted in a proper manner. Some demands are in high basis, so they are high priority, medium priority, and low priority. Employee could distribute tasks accordingly. Also, you can see the status for pending, in progress, under review, and completed. So it helps in tracking things properly. Now we'll switch to this data management. So you can see some customers have sorted the data, some customers have pending review. So this will definitely help you. Now here you can see the reports. Like at the end of the day, you need to understand that how you are performing. So this data suggests that. Now we will see the perspective of the customers. Now here is the side where your main audience will hear. Now unlike employee and admin, the customer does not need the bulk data access, but he does need a clarity for the variety of the things. Now here we have listed his name, his general data, and KPI cards referring to what kind of data he has been visiting. Now you can see here he has just got 3 saved items, means that he might be interested further. But for now, here are a couple of things, like you can see the property listing he has been interacting with, and there are certain kind of approval pass. And here also some kind of things that he has been pinned. Now we'll go to actions tab, and you can see, since a customer need convenience, so we have placed the section of place order. Then he can track book appointment, that what he has been offering. Then he has a custom preference. Now we need to understand that whomsoever the customer want ease in variety of the things. So we offer a general preference category. So basically, every time he visits a website, he will get data according to his preference. Now, like I already mentioned, he has booked couple of properties, so he could just visit it later. Meet agent tab is mentioned so that he could, whenever wants, he could just connect to agent. Now we will say the activity tracking. So here, like I mentioned, he has just did variety of the things. Now his activity tracking has been there, so that just it will be more convenience for them. Now it opens a variety of the times that customer interact with certain kind of things, but forgets. So here we got them covered. So here interaction are been mentioned. So you could just track the interaction later. Now the customer could confuse for the variety of the property. So we do include the variety property customer console so that customer could understand that what property he could opt for, what property he could not opt for. Like you can all see, our Wardha Road villa is consist of 3,200 square feet at the rate of 1.5 CR, and our another one is consist of 1,840 square feet at the rate of 85 lakhs. So these details offers a customer to make a wise decision into the investment. Talking about investment, we need to understand that whomsoever opt for the real estate also sees the real estate as an investment mechanism, because land is one of the very high investment ratio. So here we got them covered. Now we'll go for the AI assistance, because like I already mentioned, customer wants and needs. So just in case customer is confused for the variety of the things, so he could just connect with the AI assistant, and AI assistant will assist him for the variety of the things. And just in case he is not convinced with the AI, so we have also mentioned the live broker call, which might be admin side or which might be employer side. Now, oftentimes people happens is when people get the notification and by mistake they just clean it all, but later they wonder what it might be. So here we also got that covered. Now you can see here 4 alerts, 4 reminders, and 4 status updates. So this offers variety of the things. And now we need to understand that whomsoever customer is connecting, he needs to be connected in a long run. So we also implement the concept of gamification systems. Likewise, here is from our front-end side. We have got variety of the things covered from the admin side, employee side, and from the customer side. Now, this is from the Urban Nest reality. Thanks for watching up there. Now, my next team will conduct further 4 topics.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to represent our project, Elite Care Dashboard Development. Elite Care is a smart healthcare management platform that helps patient, doctor, and administration manage healthcare services through a single dashboard. In the presentation, I will explain how the dashboard works, how API connect, the front end and back end, database management, API testing, security, and overall project workflow. First, let's understand what an API is. An API or application programming interface acts as a bridge between the frontend and backend. When a user performs an action, the frontend sends an HTTP request to the backend, and the backend returns the required data in JSON format. The main HTTP methods are get, post, put, and delete. Now let's understand API request and response working. When a user clicks any button or submit a form, the React frontend sends a request to the backend. The backend validates the request, process it, access the database if needed, and send the response back in JSON format. Finally, the dashboard update automatically with the latest data. Then API testing and Postman. Before connecting API to the front end, we test them using Postman. It's help use verify whether the API is working correctly. We check status code, JSON response, response time, and error message to ensure everything works properly. Then Database and PostgreSQL. The database stores all application data such as the patient detail, doctor information, appointments, and reports. In the project, we use PostgreSQL, which is secure and reliable relation database that efficiently manage healthcare data. Then, backend working. The backend receive requests from the front end, validate user data, perform business logic, communicate with the database, and return the process information. We develop the backend using Node.js and Express.js. Then security and error handling. Security is the important part of an project. We use user authentication, JWT tokens, and base store access control to protect the application. We also handle common errors such as 400, 401, 404, and 500 to make the application reliable. Now, I would like to explain project overview. EliteCare is a healthcare platform designed for patient, doctor, and administrator. It provides a responsive dashboard with secure, reliable data management and technology used include React, JSX, Node.js, Express.js, PostgreSQL, REST API, and Postman. In conclusion, we successfully developed the EliteCare Healthcare Dashboard with secure API integration, a reliable backend database connectivity, and API testing using Postman. This project provides a responsive, secure, and user-friendly healthcare management system. This was our presentation on the EliteCare Dashboard development. Now, I would like to explain EliteCare UI design. Let's first in sign-in page. This is the EliteCare sign-in page. User can securely log in user using their email and password or continue with the Google and Apple sign-in. Based on their role, they can access the patient, doctor, or admin dashboard. The left section highlights EliteCare key, healthcare services and priorities. Then homepage. This is the EliteCare homepage. It's introduced the platform and provides a quick access to healthcare services such as AI system checker, online consultation, medicine scanner, nearby hospital, and health tracking. It serves as the entry point for all users. Then patient dashboard. This is the patient dashboard. Patient can monitor their health record, blood pressure, heart rate, appointments, prescription, consultation history, and medical reports. It includes the daily health tracking and AI system checker for a better healthcare management. Then the doctor dashboard. This is an admin dashboard. Doctor dashboard. This is a doctor dashboard. Doctor can manage patient consultation, appointments, medical records, task management, patient feedback, and clinical analytical. It provides all the essential tools required for efficient patient care. Then admin dashboard. This is the admin dashboard, which provides a complete overview of the EliteCare system. It displays key metrics such as the total users, doctors, appointments, consultation, revenue reports, analytical, and system activities. This dashboard helps the administrator monitor the entire healthcare platform. Then, admin dashboard doctor. This page is used to manage doctor profiles. The admin can verify doctor documentation, monitor appointments, check rating, manage schedule, and perform actions such as a view, ED, or delete doctor records. Then, admin dashboard hospital. Hospital. This is the hospital management page. The admin can add hospital, manage hospital record, monitor active and inactive hospital, and update hospital information, search and filter option, help manage hospital data efficiently. Then, admin privileges. This is the admin roles and permission page. The super admin can assign role-based permission for modules such as the users, doctor, hospital, appointments, billing, analytics, security, and AI features. This ensures secure access and proper system management. Then Then doctor privileges. This is a doctor role console. It's define the permission available to doctor, including prescription medicine, accessing patient record, teleconsultation, clinical analytics, and on-call tasks. Role-based access improves security while enabling doctors to perform their responsibilities efficiently. In conclusion, EliteCare is a complete healthcare management platform that connects patient, doctor, hospital, and administration through a secure and user-friendly system with dedicated role-based dashboard, centralized data management, and advanced healthcare services. EliteCare improve optional efficiency and deliver a seamless digital healthcare experience. Thank you for your attention. Now, I would like to hand over to my teammate for the practical demonstration.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to present our project Elite Care, which is the smart healthcare application system. The main aim of our project is to connect patient, doctor, hospital, and administrator on a single platform. It helps manage appointment, medical record, hospital, and user efficiency. For developing the project, we used React.js from the front end, Node.js with Express.js for the backend, and PostgreSQL as the database. Stories of the healthcare application system. Before starting the development, we first identify the requirement from different types of users such as the admin, doctor, and patient. Since every user interact with the system differently, we define separate user stories for each role to clearly understand their needs and responsibility. For example, the admin should be able to create the manage verify doctor profile so that patient can easily search for the book appointment with trusted doctor. Similarly, doctor need a dashboard where they can view the daily appointment schedule and manage patient visit efficiently. On the other hand, patient should be able to view their upcoming appointment, access the prescription history, and book new appointment whenever required. Along with these user stories, we also define the accept criteria. These are the condition that every features must satisfy before it is the considered complete. For example, doctor information should be verified before becoming visible to patient, appointment detail, and should be the display correctly. And user should be able to the perform their required action smoothly. Overall, these user stories and acceptance criteria act the roadmap for the development process. They helps us build a healthcare application that is a user-friendly, reliable, and meet the requirement of our every type of user. Now, I will explain the project step by step. Let me explain the architecture of project. Our project divided into three parts: front end, back end, and database. The front end is the interface that user interact with the backend contain all the business logic and handle API requests. The database stores all the information securely. Whenever a user performs an action, the frontend sends the request the backend through APIs. The backend process the requests, communicate with the database, and the send of the response back to the frontend. Now, let's move the frontend folder structure. Our folder is the develop using the React.js and White. The SRC folder contain all React component, pages, site, and application. The node models folder stores all the install packages required for the project. The package.json file contains the project repository and environment variable. The env file stores the environment variable. The white.config.ts file contains the white configuration. Most of the front-end development is done inside the SRC folder. Now, I will explain the backend folder. Our backend is developed using the Node.js and Express.js. The config folder contains the database configuration. Next, the controller folder contains the business logic of our APIs. The routes folder defines the all APIs and endpoints. The middleware folder handle authentication and authorization. The utils folder contains the reusable helper functions. The SQL folder contains SQL related script. Finally, server.js is the main file that starts our backend server. Their modular structure make the project clean, scalable, and easy to maintain. Now, I will demonstrating the admin sign-in functionality. The administrator enter the register, email or phone number and password, then click the sign-in button. The frontend validate the credential and send the login request securely to the backend. If the credentials are valid, the backend authenticates the admin generate a secure JWT tokens and redirect them the admin dashboard. After successful login, the administrator can the access models such as a user, doctor, hospital, appointment, dashboard analytics, and role and permission management. If the login the system displays the appointment error message ensuring secure and role-based authentication. The role-based login systems ensure that patient, doctor, and administrator can securely access only the feature and assign their respectively role, providing secure and efficient user management. Now I will explain the admin dashboard. This is the main dashboard of our Elite Care admin panel. It gives the administrator a complete overview of the healthcare system. Instead of the opening different pages of admin can be all the important information of the single page dashboard. At the top, we have KPI cards. The first card shows the total user registered in the system. The second card displays the total doctor currently available on the platform. The third card shows the total appointment booked by the patient. The fourth card shows the total consultations and the completed by the doctor. The last card is to show the total revenue generated from the completed consultation. This cards helps the administrator understand the overall performance of the system at the glance. Below the KPI cards, we have the VTS heat map section. This section display user interaction and active on the platform. It helps the administrator understand which service or areas receive from the attention from user. Next is the appointment overview section. This section shows the appointment static is graphical form. It helps the administrator monitor daily appointment activity and track appointment trends. Now, the right side we have the top specialization section. It displays the most active and most book medical specialization of the platform, such as the cardiologist. The next section of the recent appointment. Here, the administrator can quickly view the latest appointment, including the patient name, doctor name, appointment date, and current status. Beside it, we have the revenue overview. This section the display estimated revenue generated by the healthcare platform. It helps the administrator monitor the financial performance of the system. Next is the platform activity. This section shows the recent activities performed in the application, such as a new registration, update, and completed action. Now, let me show you the quick action section. Here we have the several shortcut buttons. If you click on the Add Doctor, it redirects to the doctor management page. Whenever a new doctor can be added, uh, on add hospital is redirect with the hospital management page to register a new hospital. The other options like send notification, create banner at their hospital. And next, the other options like send notification, create banner, view reports, and manage offer currently in progress and will be implement the next phase of the project. Next is the system overview section. This section displays the current health of platform, including the server status, storage, use, SMS balance, and email balance. It helps the administrator monitor system resource. Finally, we have the new ideas and suggestion section. This section displays the suggestion of feature requests submitted by the user or administrator helping improve the healthcare platform over time. Overall, the dashboard provides the complete overview of the system and enable administrator to monitor healthcare operation efficiency. Now, I will take you through the backend files. The controller folder is one of the most important parts of the Node.js and Express application. It contains the business logic of the project. Whenever an API requests the receive, the controller process that request the interact with the database is required, and this then send the appointment response back to the front end. Admin dashboard controller.js. It responsible for the fetching dashboard data including KPI card, recent appointment, revenue overview, platform activity and other dashboard static. Now I will explain the routes folder of our backend. The routes folder define the API endpoints used our application. Whenever the frontend sends the request, it first reaches the corresponding routes. The route the forward that request of the appointment controller when the business logic is executed. Admin dashboard routes.js contain all API related to the admin dashboard, such as the dashboard static, recent appointment, revenue overview, and platform activity. Admin route.js manage the APIs related to administer operation, including user management and administrative functionalities. Now we can see the front end service folder, our React application. This folder is responsible for the handling API communication between the frontend and backend, instead the writing exhaust request inside every component. We, ha- we keep the centralized here, making the code more organized, usable, and easier to maintain. First, we have the API.js. This is our central exhaust configuration file. Here, we define the backend base URL and common headers like content type. We also configure and the exhaust interpreter of the automatically attach the JWT authentication token stored in the local storage with every request. This eliminates the need to manually add the token in every API call. Next is the auth This file manages all authentication related operations such as a user login, registration, forget password, reset password, and logout. Each function sends the request to the corresponding backend authentication endpoint, keeping the authentication logic separate from the UI component. Next, the admin service.js file contain all CRUD operation related administer. It provide the method is retired. All admin record fetch specific admin by ID, create a new admin, update existing admin detail and delete admin. This makes a admin module completely independent from the component logic. Next, admin dashboard service.js is responsible for all admin dashboard APIs. It fetches the dashboard static, recent user, analytic, and other information display on the administrator dashboard. Separating dashboard APIs from admin CRUD APIs improves code organization. Using the service-based architecture, also the React component, to focus only on UI, while the backend communication is managed separately. This separation of Concur result in cleaner, more maintainable, and production-ready to code. Next is the admin component. This is the main admin dashboard component. It provides an overview of the system by displaying the key static recent activity and quick access to manage user, doctor, hospital, and other administrative feature. Next is the admin permission panel.jsl. This component is used to manage role-based permission. It allows the administrator to assign, update, and control access right for the different user, ensuring the secure and authorized access to various models of the application. Together, this component help the administrator monitor the system efficiency while securely managing user roles and permission. Now, I will explain the how the dashboard is connected to the database. Our project use PostgreSQL as the database, and it contains around 20 tables. However, not all tables are used directly on dashboard. The dashboard mainly fetches data from this table. The user tables used to display on the total user. And next is the doctor profile table. This they use to count and display total doctors. Next is the appointment table, used for the total appointment. Used for the total appointment, appointment overview, and recent appointment. Next is the doctor state table, used for the consultation static and doctor performance of the doctor states table. Next is the prescription and prescription item table, related to completed consultation and treatment record. As you can see the prescription table. Next, you can see the notification table, used to display the notification information. And next is the audit logs table. The audit log tables used to the track system activities shows in the platform activity to shows the audit log tables. Next is the hospital table. Use uh, use the when displaying the hospital related information to shows the hospital table. And next is the admin permission table. Controls what action the administrator can perform on the dashboard to shows the admin permission table. The backend pages data from this table process it and sends the front end where is the display in the different dashboard card charts and table. Now I will demonstrate the APIs used our admin dashboard using Postman. First, I will create the new user using register API. Here I have selected the post method because we are creating the new data. The, the endpoint are used the API auth register. Now I am entering the user detail like name, email, password and role. After filling the details, I will click on send. As you can see, the response status is a 200 OK, which means the user can be registered successfully. The JSON response contain a success message along with the register user detail. The user information is now stored in the PostgreSQL database. Now, I will log in using the login API. Again, I am using the post method because login credentials are sent securely to the server. The endpoint are used the API auth login. Now I am entering the register email and password. Now I will click on send. As you can see, the login successful. Login successful. Along with the user information, the backend returns a JWT token. This JWT token is very important because it is a use the authentication and allows use to access protected APIs securely. Now I will open the dashboard states API. Now I will copy the JWT token from the response. Next, I will open the authorization tab in the Postman. Here, the type the barrier token, paste the copied JWT token. Now, every protected API request will automatically send a token in authorization header. The backend first verifies the token. If the token valid, it returns the requested data. If the token is missing or invalid, the API returns 401 unauthorized and the request is rejected. Since this is the protected API, you can see the JWT peer token is already added the authorization tab. Now I will click on send. The response contains the total user, total doctor, total appointment, total consultation, and total revenue. The same data is display on KPI cards of the admin dashboard. As you can see here, the total user is 11. Total user is 12, and total doctor is 4, and total appointment are 1, and total consultation are 1, and total revenue are available in 120. Next, next I will execute the recent appointment. Again, the JWT token is sent automatically with the request. Click send. The response contain the all recent appointment. The API is used to display data in the both appointment overview and recent appointment section and admin dashboard. As you can see, where they currently have the only one appointment for the June due. So the same appointment is reflected in the both section of the dashboard. Okay. Now I will execute the top specialization. This API, this API returns the most active or doctor specialization. The same data is displayed in the top specialization card. As you can see here, the top specialization card is displaying the one specialization, which is the cardiologist, which is a total count is 1. This data is fetched directly from the API. It shows the circular chart on the dashboard. Now, I will execute revenue overview. The JWT token is assigned used authentication. Click send. The response return the revenue data, which is the display in the revenue overview chart. As you can see in the front end, where the revenue overview is the 120. Now, I will execute to the platform activity. This request is also used to the JWT token. The response contains all recent activities performed in the application. These activities are displayed in the platform activities section. As you can see the front end, the same activities are displayed in the platform activity section, where the administrator can monitor the latest action and system event in the real time. Currently, you don't have any platform activities. Overall, all the APIs work together, fetch the real-time data from the database, and keep the admin dashboard updated with the latest information. Now, I will explain the user management. This is our user management page. From here, the administrator can manage all user registered in the Elite Care system. First, at the top, you have the 5 summary cards. The first card shows the total user, which tells how many users are registered in the system. The second card displays the active user, showing the how many users are currently active. Third card is the new user, which display user who have the recently joined the platform. Next, we have the block user card, which shows the user whose the account has the been blocked. Finally, the verify user card display the number of the use whose the account can with the successful verify. Now, moving the next section. Here we have the search bar, where the administrator can search from any user using the name, email, email address, or phone number. Next, to the search bar, we have the filter option. Using this filter, the administrator can filter user based on the user type, such as a patient, doctor, admin, and also account status, such as a active or inactive. They are shown. Below, below that, we have the user list table. This table displays the complete information about the every registered user. For each we can see the username, use type, email address, phone number, current status, and joining date. On the right side, each user action button are provided. The administrator can click the view button to see the complete user data. Use the verify button. The verify button are user accounts. Click the edit button to update user information, as you can see, and use the delete button to remove the user from the system whenever required. At the top right corner, there is the add the user button. By clicking the button, the administrator can register a new user into the system by entering the required information. The O as you can see, the register the new user. Overall, this page, the support completed the CRUD functionality when they included create, read, update, and delete operation. In addition, it also provided user verification, making user management simple, secure, and well organized, while keeping all user record accurate up to date. Next, now I will explain the main component of the user management, which is the user panel.jsx component. This component is used to manage all user with the system. It displays the list of user and provide functionalities such as viewing user detail, adding new user, updating user and information, deleting the user and managing their status and interact with the backend APIs to the ensure all user data up to date. Now I will explain the user management page is connected to the database. The user management page is mainly connected to the user table is the PostgreSQL database. The table stores all user related information such as the username, email, phone number, role, account, status and joining date. The total user card count all record from the user tables. The active user, block user, verify user, card and display database on the user currently status. The new user card shows the user who have the recently registered in the system. The user list display on the page is also fetched from the user table. Whenever the administrator add a new user, edits user function and update the status or delete a user, the changes are directly reflected in the user table. They ensure the user management page always display accurate and up-to-date information from the database. Now I will now I will explain the API used to the user management page. First, I will open the user static API. Since the protected API, I have already added the JWT barrier token in the authorization tab. Now I will click on send. As you can see, response contains total user, active user, new user, block user, and active verify user. The same data is displayed in the summary cards on the top of the user management page. As you can as you can see in the front page, the total user are 13, active user are 12, and new user are available in 13, and block user are available to 0, and verify user is 8. Now, I will execute the get all user API. Again, the JWT token is used for authentication. Now I will click on send. The response contains the complete list registered user. The same data is displayed in the user management table in the front end. As you can see on the front end, all the user written by the APIs the display in the user management table name, user type, email, phone status, join date, and action buttons. Next, I will demonstrate the search and filter API. Here, I can see the search user using the name, email, phone number, and also apply the filter like user type status. Now, I will click on send. The response returns only the matching users and the same filter data is displayed in the user management page. As you can see the front end, the user management table update instantly and display only user the match applied search and filter criteria, while the remaining records are hidden. Now I will demonstrate the view user API. Here I am passing the specific user ID in the URL. Now I will click on send. The response returns the complete detail of the particular user which is displayed when the administrator clicks in view button. As you can see the front end, when I click the view I icon, is the action column. The complete detail in the selected user in a display on the user detail in view. Next, now I will demonstrate the add user API. Here I will enter the new user detail in the request body. Now I will click on send. As you can see, the response is successful and the new user has been added to the PostgreSQL database. The updated record is also visible in the user management table. As you can see, as you can see the user table. As you can see the front end. After refreshing page and see here the newly created user is immediately display in the user management table with all the entered details and the total user count is also updated automatically. Next, next, I will demonstrate the update user API. Here, I am passing the user ID and updating the required information. The response confirm that the user detail have been updated successfully and the changes are immediately reflected in the user management page. As you can see on front end, the update information is immediately reflected in the user management table and modify user detail are displayed without any manual change. Next, I will demonstrate the verify user API. Here I am passing user ID whose account needs to be verified. Now I will click on send. The response confirmed the user verification status has been updated successfully on the front end. The user is now shows the verify. As you can see, the front end is selected user status is now the show the verify and the update verification status is immediately reflected to the user management table. Finally, I will demonstrate the delete user API. Here, I am passing the user ID that I want to remove. As you can see on the front end, the deleted user is immediately removed from the user. As you can see on front end, the deleted user immediately removed from the user. Management table and total user count updated automatically. Overall, this API allows the administrator to view, search, filter, add, edit, verify, and delete, ensure that all user record remain the accurate to the up to date. Now I will explain the doctor management page. This is the doctor management page is a from here the administrator can view and manage all registered doctor in elite care system. At the top you have selected the doctor from the drop down list or onboard new doctor using the onboard doctor button. In the center of the page, we can see the complete profile of the selected doctor. This section displays the doctor profile photo, name, specialization, email address, phone number, hospital, experience, qualification, registration number, gender, date of birth, and language known. On the right side, we have the verification status section where the administrator can review and verify important documents such as the email address, phone number, medical license, address proof. In addition, the page support complete crucial functionality enabling the administrator to create, read, update, and delete doctor record while ensuring the onboard. Verified authorization doctor are allowed the provided healthcare services on the platform. Below the profile, we have the performance summary card. This card displays the total appointment, total consultation, total revenue, and average rating. This static here the administrator evaluated doctor overall performance. Further down, we have the different such as the overview, appointment, consultation, earning review, document, and active log. On the left side, we can also see the doctor clinic detail and consultation fee. On the right side, the quickly availability schedule shows the doctor working or for each day. Overall, the page helps the administrator manage doctor profile, verify document, monitor performance, and the track doctor activities efficiently. The doctor management page is mainly connected the doctor profile, doctor states, doctor slot appointment, and user table. The doctor profile table the stores personal and information as you can see the doctor profile table. The next is that the doctor states table store the appointment counts, consultation static, rating, and revenue. As you can see the doctor states table. Next, the doctor slots table stores the doctor weekly availability and working schedule. The appointment table the stores appointment history. The users table stores the login and account information. Whenever the administrator updates a doctor profile verifies the doctor or view appointment static, the data is fetched from the this table. Now, now I will explain the as you can see the edit the specialist credential of the doctor, enter the doctor name and the update. The select the cardiologist. Yeah, as you can see the change the doctor as well as delete also. Now I will explain the hospital management page. This is the hospital management page. From here, the administrator can manage all hospital register on the Elite Care platform. At the top, we have the summary card. The card displays the total hospital, active hospital, inactive hospital, total doctor, and total appointment related to the hospital. These cards give the administrator a quick overview hospital status. Below the summary card, we have the hospital list section. Here, the search bar whenever the administrator can search hospital by name. Next, do they have the filter option, filter hospital based on the state and the city. On the right side, there is the add hospital button. Using the button, the administrator can register the new hospital in the system. The page is also supported completed the crude operation. Allowing the demonstrator to create, read, update, and delete hospital record whenever required. The table below displays the complete information about each hospital. It is shows the hospital name, location, contact number, doctor, current status, and joining date. Now, the right side of each hospital record action button are available. Using this button, the administrator can view hospital detail, edit hospital information, delete the hospital whenever required. Overall, the page helps the administrator and efficiency manage hospital record and maintain. Now, I will explain the main component of the hospital management module, which is the hospital panel.jsx component. The component is responsible for the managing on hospital in the system. It displays the hospital list and provide data features such as a searching filter, viewing or hospital details, adding new hospital, editing existing hospital, information, deleting hospital, and managing their status. It communicated with the backend APIs to ensure that all hospital data remain accurate up to date. The hospital management page is the mainly connected to hospital, doctor, profile and appointment table. The hospital table R stores the hospital details such as the hospital name, location, contact and information status and registration detail. The doctor profile table is used to count number of a doctor associated with each hospital. The appointment table is used to calculate hospital related appointment status. Hospital state API. Here I am testing the hospital section API using the Postman. This is the GET request that returns to overall the hospital static for the admin dashboard. As you can the response is included in the key statics such as the total hospital, active hospital, inactive hospital, total doctor, total appointment. These values are displayed on the hospital dashboard as the summary card providing the administrator with a quick overview of the hospital data. As you can see the front end. Here I'm testing the add hospital API in Postman. This is the post request of the endpoint API admin hospital. In the request body, I provided the hospital details such as the name, email, city, address, phone number, status, type rating, and available beds, emergency availability, and image URL. After sending request, API returns a 201 the created response the confirm that the hospital has been added the successful. The response including the success matches along the newly created hospital ID. This API is used to register new hospital and the added hospital will be available in the hospital management module. Now I will explain the role and permission page. This is our role and permission page. From the administrator can control what action different users are allowed to perform with the Elite Care system. The first section is the user management. Here the administrator can enable for disable permissions such as a create user, edit user, delete user and block user. The next section is the doctor management. From here, the permission can be managed for adding doctor, approving doctor registration, editing doctor details, rejecting doctor. Next is the hospital management. These sections control permission like adding hospital, editing hospital detail, verifying the hospital, deleting hospital, and managing hospital branches in department. The admin dashboard is a central control panel of the Elite Care healthcare management system. It provides the administrator with a complete overview of the platform through KPI cards, appointment static, revenue reports, recent activities, system status, and quick action shortcut. The dashboard is connected with the PostgreSQL database through the secure REST APIs, ensuring that all information is updated in real time. This allows the administrator to the monitor healthcare operation, manage resource efficient, and make the informed decision from a single interface. In the further, we plan to enhance the dashboard by adding advanced analytic AI power inside details, report, notification, now, the further down we have the additional models such as the pharmacy, laboratory, billing and finance, notification, center analytics, security system settings, AI model and emergency management. Each model contains different permission and administrator can enable or disable them using the toggle switches. Overall, the page provided the role-based access control ensuring that every user can access only the uh, an action assigned to the role. Now, I will explain how the page is connected to the database. The role and permission page is mainly connected to the admin permission table. This table stores all permission settings assigned to different roles such as the super admin, doctor, and other users. When the administrator enables or disable permission using the toggle switches, the updated values save in the admin permission table. The users tables is also connected because each user assign a specific role and their permission are demonstrated based on the role. Whenever a user logs into the system, the backend checks the assigned role and reads the permission from the database before allowing access to the different models. The ensure that user can only access features they are authorized to use, improving both security and system management. Now, I will execute the Get API admin dashboard permission. The JWT token is again used to the authorization. Click Send. The response returns all permission conflict the roles and permission model. As you can see here, all permission data has been fetched successfully. The response contains different models such as user management, doctor management, hospital management, appointment management, security analytic, and system settings. Each models include the assign permission and front-end display to the toggle switches. A green toggle indicated that the permission is enabled, while an off toggle is indicated that permission is disabled. The APIs use the implemented role-based access control, ensuring that each user can access only the feature access to the role. Finally, I would like Finally, I would like to conclude my presentation. The admin dashboard is a central control panel. Is Elite Care Healthcare Management is provide administer with a completely overview the platform through KPI card, appointment, static revenue appointment, recent activity, system status, and quick action shortcut. The dashboard is connected with the PostgreSQL database through the REST API, ensuring that all information is updated in the real time. This allows the administrator to monitor healthcare operation, manage resource efficiently, and make information decision from the single interface. In the future, we plan to enhance dashboard by adding advanced analytic AI power, inside detail report, notification, and more management features to further improve the user experience. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my part for the presentation. Now, I would like to hand over my teammate who will continue with demonstrate of the patient dashboard and doctor dashboard.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am going to explain our allied care. Now I am demonstrating the patient signing functionality. The patient enter their register email or phone number and password, then click the sign in button. Now I will explain our allied care patient dashboard. This patient dashboard is designed to give patient a complete view of their health information in one place. The main purpose of this dashboard is to track health matrices, manage appointments, view medical history, and encourage user to maintain healthy habits. Starting from the top section, we have the navigation bar, or we have provide quick access important modules like patient dashboard, find doctor, nearby hospitals, medicine scanner. We have also search option where use where user can quickly search doctor, medicines, or healthcare services. On the right side, we show user profile information and notification access for better user experience. Moving the first API card, this is the patient profile card. This card provides basic patient information like patient name, membership status, patient ID, blood group, age, and gender. The main objective of this card is to give quick identification of the patient. We have also added a access doctor dashboard button which allow patient to directly connect with healthcare services. Next, we have the blood pressure KPI card. This is the display the patient current blood pressure readings. For example, her value 118 by 76, which indicate a normal blood pressure range. The purpose of KPI is to help patient monitor their blood pressure regularly and identify any abnormal changes early. The graphical heartbeat line give a visual representation so user can understand the data easily. The next KPI card represent her rhythm monitoring. Her we display the patient's heart rate, for example 72 beats per minute. This helps user keep track of their cardiac health. The status indicator shows whether the heart rhythm is stable or require attention. After that, we have the daily goals scale. This section focus on lifestyle improvement. It tracks daily health goals like physical activity, water intake, sleep, other wellness activities. This progress bar shows how much of the daily target has been completed. This motivate patient to maintain healthy daily habits. Moving the further, we have daily health goals and achievement of this section convert health activities into achievable goals. For example, hydration tracking helps user maintain proper water intake, sleep tracking monitor rest quality, walking tracking encourage physical activity. We have also added achievement system where user can earn badges after completing health goals. This improve patient engagement and encourage consistency. Next, we have the vital habit tracker. This feature allows patient to track their daily habits. User can monitor activities, drinking water, walking step, taking medicine on time, maintaining routine health activities. This help create a healthy lifestyle pattern. Here we have the active consultation section. This section display upcoming and previous doctor appointments. It included information like doctor names, specialist type, appointment date and time, consultation status. The book new appointment button allow patient to schedule a new consultation easily. Below the appointment section, we have integrated an AI system checker. If a patient is confused about system, they can analyze their symptoms using AI system. The system helps user understand possible health and guides them toward the right medical consultation. This section represents the digital health record. It store important medical document like previous checkups, screening reports, blood reports. Instead, maintaining physical documents, patient can securely access their medical history digitally. The next is medical history module. This section provides previous diagnosis information, doctor consultation, and medical notes. It helps both patient and doctor understand previous health condition and provide better treatment. Last, we have the prescription history. This section display medicines prescribed by doctor along with status information. Patient can easily track their medicines and follow doctor instruction properly. Now I will take through the backend side. The controller folder is the one of the most important parts of Node.js and Express.js application. It contains the business logic of the project. Whenever an API request is received, the controller process that request interact with the database if required and then send the appropriate response back to the frontend. Patient dashboard controller.js is responsible for fetching the patient dashboard data, including upcoming appointments, medical records, prescription, health summaries, and other patient-related information. Back routes folder. Now I will explain the routes folder of our backend. This routes folder defines all API endpoints used in our application. Whenever the frontend send a request, it first reach the corresponding route. The route then forward that request to the appropriate controller where the business logic is executed. Patient route.js contains all API related to the patient module such as patient profile, appointments, medical records, prescription, and dashboard data. Now I will explain service folder for React application. This folder is responsible for handling all API communication between the frontend and the backend. Instead of writing exhaust request inside every component we have, we keep them centralized or more code, more organized, reusable, and easier to maintain. Now we can see component files. Patient dashboard.jsx. This is the main patient dashboard component. It displays the patient overview, including important information, quick statistic, and provide navigation to a different patient-related feature. Patient setting.js. This component allow patient to manage their account settings such as updating their personal information, changing their password, and configuring profile preference. Prescription history panel.jsx. This component display the patient prescription history by fetching the data from the backend. It allows patient to view their previous prescription along details like doctor information, prescribed medicines, and prescription date. Together, these components provide a complete patient experience by offering dashboard inside account management and easy to prescription history structure and user-friendly interface. For the patient dashboard, we have designed PostgreSQL database where each table store a specific type of patient-related information. This is the main table that store user account information such as user ID, name, email, password, role, and logic credential. The table store complete patient profile detail including personal information like age, gender, blood group, contact details, and membership status. This table store the patient health vitals such as blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen level, temperature, and other measurement display on dashboard. This table track the patient daily health habits including water intake, walking step, exercise, sleep, and medicine reminders. Patient daily log. This table record the patient daily health activities and progress, helping them monitor their routine and overall wellness. This table store the achievement badges and rewards earned by patient after completing their daily health goals and wellness activities. This table contains appointment details such as doctor name, appointment date, consultation type, and appointment status. Prescription. This table store prescription issued by doctor for each patient. As previously my friend is already shown the database. Now I will explain API used in patient dashboard. This API connect the front end with the backend database and fetch real-time patient data. Now I am using Postman tool. This is the register API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API auth register and then method is post. Because we are fetching a new patient account, I enter the patient details, the request body and send the request. The API store the patient details, the database and return a success response. This is the login API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API auth login and the method is post because we are sending logic credential. I enter patient details, patient email and email password in the request body and send the request. After successful authentication, the API returns a JWT token which I use to access all protected API. This is the patient profile API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API patient profile and the method is get. Because we are fetching data, I added DWT token in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request. The API verify the token and returns the patient profile details. Arrive the patient dashboard display details such as patient name, patient ID, blood group, and age, gender, and membership status. The information match the backend response, confirming that the profile API working correctly. This is the latest Vital API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API dashboard Vital's latest and the method is get. Because we are fetching data, added JWT token in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request. The API return a patient latest health vitals such as blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen level, and temperature. Now let's verify the same health data on the front end. As you can see, the UI display the patient health metrics uh, from the backend API information such as blood pressure and heart rhythm. It being displayed correctly along with their current health status. This is the daily log API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API dashboard daily log, and the method is get because we are fetching data. I added JWT token in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request. The API returns the patient daily health activities and progress. The daily log section show the patient daily health activities and progress. The information is successfully from the backend and display accurately on the front end. This is the habit API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API dashboard habits, and the method is get because we are fetching data. I added the JWT token in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request. The API returns the patient daily habits including water intake, sleep tracking, exercise, and medicine reminders. The habit section display the patient daily health habits such as medicine reminders, exercise, water intake, and sleep tracking along the completion status. The data is loaded successfully from the backend API. The This is the achievement API. This is the URL is http localhost 5000 API dashboard achievement, and the method is get because we are fetching data. I add the JWT token in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request. The returns the patient achievements and on health goals badges. Or the dashboard display the patient on achievement and send goal badges. The achievement data is fetched from the backend and shown correctly on the front end. This is the prescription API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API patient prescription, and the method is get because we are fetching data. I added JWT token authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request the API all prescription along the medicine details, dosage, frequency, and duration. This section display the patient prescription history and medical history, including medical medicine details, dosage, frequency, duration, previous diagnosis, and treatment. The record are successfully from the backend, display accurately on the front end. Overall, the ElectCare patient dashboard provide a complete and user-friendly healthcare experience. It helps patients monitor their health, manage appointments, access medical record, track daily habits, and stay connected with the doctor through a single secure platform. Next is the doctor. Next is the doctor sign in. The doctor enter the registered email or phone number and password. They click sign in. Now I will explain Doctor Dashboard module of ElectCare. Doctor Dashboard is designed help doctor manage their daily clinical activities, patient records, consultation, and communication from the single platform. Main dashboard overview. Now I will explain main dashboard area. At the top we have the dash, doctor dashboard portal header, which display doctor information, date range, selection, export option, and notification. This helps doctor quickly understand their daily workload. Here we have different information card. This card shows the total number of patients handled by the doctor. It also display growth percentage complete compare with the previous month. Clinical partners. This show the number of healthcare partners connected with the doctor. It helps track collaboration with hospital and medical professionals. My appointments. This section displays scheduled appointments and pending consultation slot. Doctor can easily manage their upcoming patient meetings, patient rating. This card show pa- patient feedback and overall rating. It helps doctor understand patient satisfaction. Rewards paid. This section tracks reward and incentives earned by a doctor based on the services. Active consultation buffer. Below the cards, we have the active consultation buffer. This section display currently active patient consultation. It contains information like patient name, appointment type, age, and blood group. Consultation reason, current status. For example, a doctor can immediately identify whether a consultation is complete or still active. On-call task manager. On the right side, we have on-call task manager. This helps doctor manage daily medical tasks and reminders. Doctor can create new tasks. Diabetic patient H HbA1c level has increased significantly, so the doctor immediately reviews the report and update the treatment plan. Check critical tasks. The doctor analyzes patient telemetry report to check for any abnormal heart activity. Track complete activities. The doctor has successfully completed the prescription audit for telehealth consultation. For example, reviewing patient telemetry reports or following up critical cases. Roles and privileges. As you can see, the interface follows a modern healthcare UI with a clean layout. At the top, we have navigation menu, search bar, notification icon, doctor profile, date range filter, export diagnostic button. This option allows doctor to quickly access important information. Clinical privileges. Next, we have the clinical privileges panel. A doctor can enable or disable permission using simple toggle switches. These include prescribe medication, view electronic health records, start teleconsultation, manage on-call tasks, view clinical analytics currently on-call tasks. This flexible permission system ensures that authorized user can critical features. Overall, the dashboard provide a complete digital workspace for doctors where they can manage patient appointment, medical records, consultation, and healthcare activities efficiently from the centralized platform. Now I will explain backend controller folder. Doctor dashboard controller.js is responsible for fetching the doctor dashboard data, including today's appointments, patient details, consultation histories, schedule, and other related statistics. Doctor route.js contains all API related to the doctor modules such as doctor profile, appointments, patient management, consultation details, and dashboard data. Now I will explain frontend file src service folder. Doctor service.js files manage doctor related operation. It include API to fetch doctor list, doctor details by ID, add new doctors, update doctor information, and remove doctor records. All doctor management functionally is functionality is handled through the service doctor dashboard service.js. Moving to the doctor dashboard service.js, this service handle API specifically you required from the doctor dashboard. It doctor dashboards, statistic, appointment, patient lists, schedules, and other doctor specific information. Doctor Now I will briefly explain the database used for the doctor dashboard model. For this model, we have designed a structure PostgreSQL database where each table store a specific type of healthcare information, the doctor related tables. This table First is doctor profile, doctor privileges. This table stores the complete profile information of doctors such as their name, specialization, qualification, experience, content, contact details, and hospital association. Doctor privileges. Third is doctor slots. Fourth, doctor tasks. And fifth, the doctor starts six appointments, medical record, prescription items. As previously, my friend is already shown the database. Now I will explain API using Doctor Dashboard. This API connect the frontend with the backend and fetch real-time doctor-related information. This is the Doctor Login API. The API URL is http localhost 5000 API Doctor Login and the method is post. Because we are fetching the doctor sign-in credential, I enter the doctor email and password in the request body and send the request. After successful authentication, the API returns a JWT token. This token is used to access all protected doctor API such as doctor dashboard, appointment, patient, and profiles. This is the dashboard starts API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API doctor dashboard starts and the method is get because we are fetching dashboard data. I add the JWT token in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request. The API verify the token and return the doctor dashboard statistics such as total patient managed, appointments, consultation rating, and other performance metrics. Here the doctor dashboard display the latest statistics like total patients, appointments, consultation, and rating. Review from the backend API. The data is loading correctly on the UI. This is the consultation buffer API. The URL is http localhost. This is the update on call task on call status API. The URL is http localhost API doctor dashboard privileges is on call and the method is good because we are updating data. I added JWT token in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token update the doctor on call status in the request body and send the request. The API verify the token, update the doctor availability successfully. After changing on call status, the update availability is reflected immediately on the front end. This confirm that the update has been saved successfully. This is the doctor task API. The URL is http localhost API doctor dashboard task and the method is get because we are retrieving data. I add the JWT token in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request API. Verify the token and returns all the tasks assigned to the doctor, including critical, pending, and complete tasks. This doctor task selecting display all assigned tasks, including critical, pending, and tasks and completed tasks. This task is the fetch successfully from the content. Next, this is the doctor privileges API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API doctor dashboard privileges, and the method is get because we are fetching data after login. I copy the JWT token, paste it in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request. The API verify token return to doctor roles and privileges such as prescribe medicines, view electronic health records, starting teleconsultation, and managing on-call duties. Here, the doctor privileges are displayed such as prescribed medicines, accessing electronic health records, starting teleconsultation, and managing on-call duties. The content to This is the consultation buffer API. The URL is http localhost 5000 API doctor dashboard consultation buffer, and the method is get. Because we are fetching data, I added the JWT token in the authorization tab by selecting barrier token and send the request. The API verify the token and return all doctor activities, active consultation including patient details, consultation type, appointment status, and ongoing medical cases. This section shows the doctor active consultation with patient details and appointment status. The information is fetched successfully from the backend display on the front end. To conclude, the ElectCare Doctor Dashboard is designed to improve hospital administration by providing secure role management, efficient permission control, and real-time monitoring. This helps hospital maintain security, improve workflow efficiency, and deliver better patient care. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my part of the presentation. Now I would like to hand over to the director, sir.
Hey, thanks, guys. You did a fabulous job regarding demonstration of full stack development of your project. And I believe because of some time limit, we cannot able to complete every team's presentations over here. So we'll be continuing the next team's presentations in the upcoming session. In that time, if you to all those who are attending live sessions from outside, do join us, comment us, and together we can explore the technical stack to serve the industry better. Thank you. Have a good one.
In Axiom TechGuru, we transform ideas into scalable digital solutions with AI, innovation, and technology that drives real business growth.